Procompsognathus. Procompsognathus/Procompsognathäs is an extinct genus of coelophysid theropod dinosaur that lived approximately 210 million years ago during the later part of the Triassic period, in what is now Germany. Procompsognathus was a small-sized, lightly built, ground-dwelling, bipedal carnivore that could grow up to 1 meter (3.3 feet) long. Discovery and naming. The fragmentary and poorly preserved skeleton of Procompsognathus was found in the Middle Stubben sandstein member of the Löwenstein Formation at the Weisse-Steinbereich, the quarry of Albert Burrer on the northern slopes of the Stromberg region near Pfaffenheim in Württemberg, Germany. The discovery was made by Albert Burrer in the spring of 1909 in white sandstone and grey/blue marl sediments that were deposited during the Norian stage of the Triassic period, approximately 210 million years ago. The holotype SMNS 12591 consisted of 3 blocks of sandstone. One showed a small, 7 cm long, severely crushed skull with lower jaws. The second and third contained the partly articulated remains of a postcranial skeleton, including 29 vertebrae of the neck, back and tail, ribs, elements of the shoulder girdle and a forelimb, an ilium, both pubis and the hindlimbs. It represents an adult individual. Burrer sent the specimen to Professor Eberhard Froese of the Königliche Stuttgarter Naturalienkabinett. In a lecture on October 9, 1911, Froese referred to it by the name Holopus salarimus, considering it a jumping form of dinosaur that was approximately 60 centimeters (2.0 feet) long, and was associated with the origin of birds. Later, Froese decided to use a different name in the official publication. Froese in 1913 named the genus Procompsognathus with as type species, Procompsognathus triassicus. The type specimen is housed in the collection of the State Museum of Natural History in Stuttgart, Germany. In 1921, Friedrich von Huene referred 2 more specimens, both also found in the Burr Quarry, in 1908, to Procompsognathus, SMNS 12352, a partial skull and lower jaws from a larger individual than the holotype, and SMNS 12352A, an isolated left hand. The genus name Procompsognathus means before elegant jaw, and is derived from the name of another dinosaur, Compsognathus. A later, Jurassic, small predatory dinosaur, Compsognathus takes its name from the Greek word compsos, kappa omicron musi sigma, which can be rendered as elegant, refined or dainty, and the Greek word gnathos, gamma nu theta omicron sigma, which means jaw. The prefix pyro omicron, implies before or ancestor of, although this direct lineage was not supported by subsequent research. The specific name Triassicus refers to the geologic time period to which this dinosaur belongs, the Triassic. Description. Procompsognathus may have been about 1 meter, 3.3 feet, long, though Froese in 1913 estimated a length of 75 centimeters, 2.5 feet. In 2010 Gregory S. Paul gave an estimate of 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds, for the weight with a length of 1.1 meters, 3.6 feet. A biped, Procompsognathus had long hind legs, short arms, large clawed hands, a long slender snout with many small teeth, and a stiff tail. The femur discovered for the type specimen of this genus measures 93 mm and the tibia, 112 mm. The tibia is approximately 20% longer than the femur in Procompsognathus, an adaptation which has been strongly correlated with the development of cursorial habits in dinosaurs, suggesting that they were good runners. Distinguishing anatomical features. A diagnosis is a statement of the anatomical features of an organism, or group, that collectively distinguish it from all other organisms. Some, but not all, of the features in a diagnosis are also autapomorphies. An autapomorphy is a distinctive anatomical feature that is unique to a given organism or group. In 2000, Rauhout noted that its scapula is more slender than that of Coelophysis boweri. In 1998 Chatterjee noted that the skull of Procompsognathus possesses a suite of theropod synapomorphies, which included classification. Type specimen SMNS 12591. While it is undoubtedly a small, bipedal carnivore, the extremely poor preservation of the only known Procompsognathus fossil makes its exact identity difficult to determine. Froese originally assigned it to the Dinosauria. In 1923 Franz Knox coined a Procompsognathidae, and in 1929 von Huene created a Procompsognathidae, though these concepts are today rarely used. In 1932 von Huene saw it as a member of the non-dinosaurian Pseudosuchia. It has since then usually been considered a theropod dinosaur, with some exceptions. In 1992, Paul Sereno and Rupert Wild stated that the holotype specimen consisted of fossils from two separate animals. The postcranial skeleton would be a theropod, likely a coelophysoid related to Cygiosaurus, but the skull and the von Huna specimens they referred to the basal crocodilomorph vultopsognathus. However, in 1993 Sankar Chatterjee after further preparation refuted their assessment and regarded the skull as that of a theropod similar to Centaurus, and demonstrated that it could not have been a crocodilomorph, as it lacks the landmark features of this group. Sereno, 1997, and Iskura and Novas, 2007, conducted phylogenetic analysis that supported the placement of Procompsognathus in the taxon Coelophysidae. This genus may be most closely related to Cygiosaurus holly. Referred specimens SMNS 12352 and SMNS 12352A. Much controversy has arisen, however, about the association with the later material referred by von Huna. In 1982, John Ostrom claimed that SMNS 12352 and SMNS 12352A originated from a taxon different from the holotype. In 2006 and 2008, Fabian Knoll concluded that SMNS 12352 represented a crocodilomorph and SMNS 12352A a crocodilomorph or some other basal archosaur. The postcranial skeleton, for which he reserved the inventory number SMNS 12591, was a coelophysoid, and the skull, now indicated with the number SMNS 12591A, a perhaps more derived theropod, possibly a basal member of the Tetnuri. In 2012, Knoll after a CAT scan reaffirmed that SMNS 12352 was a crocodilomorph, but established it was different from Sultopsognathus. Oliver Rauhut and Axel Hungerbuehler, 2000, noted features of the vertebrae which suggest that Procompsognathus may be a coelophysid or ceratosaur, and Carano et al. 2005, in their restudy of the related genus Cygiosaurus, found both Cygiosaurus and Procompsognathus to belong to the Coelophysidae within Dinosauria. In 2004, David Allen considered Procompsognathus to be a primitive, non-dinosaurian ornithodeer in Paleoecology. Procompsognathus lived in a relatively dry, inland environment and may have eaten insects, lizards and other small prey. Contemporaries of Prompsognathus included the coelophysoids Haltecosaurus and Dolichosuchus, as well as the sauropodomorphs Plateosaurus gracilis and Euphrasia minor. Weissampel, et al. 2004, noted that theropod tracks and fossils of an unnamed Hurasaur genus are known from the lower Stubbensanstein. In popular culture, Procompsognathus appears in the novel Jurassic Park and its sequel The Lost World by Michael Crichton. The species is sometimes referred to as compies by the characters. While the author invents a venomous bite for Procompsognathus with soporific effects, there is no evidence to support venom in Procompsognathus.